Hello friends, today's topic is circles. So in this topic we will study about different equations of the circle, some special cases, central form of the equation, standard form of the equation and also the general form of the equations with some problems. So the topics I'm going to cover in this slide is definition of a circle, central form of the circle, or you can say standard form of the circle. There are some special cases with their equations, general form of the equation, diameter form of the equation, intercepts with the x-axis and the y-axis, and some importance. So let's see the definition first of all. Quickly we'll see the definition. Definition of a circle everyone knows. It is a locus of a point which moves in a plane such that a distance from a fixed point in that plane is always constant. For example, if you have a pole and you tied a rope around the pole and you are moving on the other end, holding the other end of the rope, and you're moving around the pole. So that is just the footsteps you are making is in the shape of a circle without changing the distance of the rope. So that is the circle. That means if O is the pole and P is the footsteps, so OP will always remain the constant. So that will be your radius, and the locus of those points is called a circle. Now let's see the standard form of the equation or the central form of the equation, which is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square, where hk is the center of the circle and xy is the point on the circumference of the circle and a is the desired radius. So the standard form of the circle is always this. If you see this kind of the equation, that is an equation of a circle. Now there are some special cases. Special cases means how we can place the circle in a plane. So there are various ways of placing the circle in a plane like this. That means if you are making the center as a origin, so that will a point of placing the circle. Another way can be it is touching just the y-axis. Another way can be it is touching just x-axis at one point. Another way can be it is touching x-axis and the center of the circle actually lies on x-axis, right? Fifth way can be it is touching both the x's, that is x as well as y, at one points. Okay. Next way can be it is actually cutting x-axis as well as y-axis at 2 points. That means one is your origin, or you can say another 2 points are one on x-axis and another one on the y-axis. Another way can be it is just passing through the x-axis, means its center lies on y-axis. That means the first we did was center lies on x-axis. Another way will be center lies on y-axis. There are many ways of placing it, and one by one we will see what are the equations formed while placing the circles. Okay, so your first form is when the center of the circle coincides with the origin, means your hk point will be 0, 0. That means if you put h is equal to 0 and k is equal to 0 in your standard form of the equation, so that will become x square plus y square is equal to a square. Simple. Now when the circle passes through the origin, second point, passes through the origin means what? Origin lies on the circumference of a circle, right? That means this time x and y will be 0, right? And if x and y are 0, so your standard form will become h square plus k square is equal to a square, and substituting that again we'll get simplified equation as x square plus y square minus 2hx minus 2ky is equal to 0. So you can remember these equations and you can remember the rules. If it is passing through the origin, then what will be the equation? Or if you don't want to remember, just remember the way of finding it out, right? Third is when the circle touches x-axis. X-axis, it is touching x-axis means your center, at the center, your radius will be what? K. Obviously your radius will be k if it is touching the x-axis. So that means your standard equation will become x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square. So k is a, so y minus a whole square is equal to a square. So if you'll solve it, simplify it, open the brackets, and you'll get x square plus y square minus 2hx minus 2ay plus h square is equal to 0. Next equation is when the circle touches y-axis. Similarly, if it touches the y-axis, now this time your radius will be h, right? So this time your radius will be h. That means you're just going to replace h by a. So if you replace h by a, similarly the equation will become x square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2ky is plus k square is equal to 0. Next is when the circle touches both the axes. Now if it is touching both the axes, just imagine if it's touching both the axes, so your center will be what? Because the radius is same on both the sides, so obviously your center will be a comma a. That means your h and k both are a this time. So your equation will become x square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2ay plus a square is equal to 0. Right? Sixth point is when the circle passes through the origin and the center lies on x-axis. Means it is passing through the origin, and that means the point of the circumference is origin and the center lies on x-axis. Now if center is lying on x-axis, that means your y point is 0, that means your k is 0 obviously, and your h is a, right? First point. So if k is 0 and h is a, so equation will become x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to a square. That is x square plus y square minus 2ax equal to 0. And again, if it is passing through the origin and the center lies on y-axis, similarly, so if it is lying on the y-axis, so here your x coordinate will be 0, means h is 0 and k is your radius, that means k is equal to a, and the equation will become x square plus y square minus 2ay is equal to 0. So these are some of the special equations, special cases. Just you need to remember where your circle is lying, your placing of the circle, and you can find out the equation simultaneously. Next, we are going to study the general form of the equation. So we'll do some problems also at the end of the slides, and before that we'll just making the concepts, revision of the concepts, so that you can solve the questions easily, right? General form of the equation of a circle is equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Now how this equation came? Because already we had a standard equation, so what is the need of finding out this general form of the equation? There is no need of this, but it is just a simplified version of the standard form of the equation or central form of the equation. It is a simplified form, right? How we are going to get this? I am going to tell you the whole solution of this as well. So the equation is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, right? And here it is representing a circle and with the center minus g minus f. Center is minus g minus f, and the radius is under the root g square plus f square minus c whole under the root, right? Now how we are going to get this? See, your standard form of equation is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square, where x, y are the points on the circumference and h, k are the points at the center points, and a is the radius. Now if you open up the brackets, you will get x square plus y square plus h square plus k square minus 2hx minus 2ky is equal to a square. Simple. Now if you have this, you can just do what? I am just changing the positions of the term, so this will become like this, right? Now if you take g as minus h, f as minus k, and c as minus a square plus h square plus k square, just to simplify the terms, right? So you will get the general equation, that was the general form of the equation. Now next is diameter form of the equation. What do we mean by diameter form of the equation? Diameter form of the equation means if you are given 2 points, you can see in the plane there are 2 points A and B that are x1, y1 and x2, y2, and one point P lies on the circumference of the circle, that is x comma y, right? And there is a center. Now AB is passing through the center, right? Now if it is passing through the center, that means AB is what? It is a diameter of a circle, right? So that is the diametric form. So if 2 points are given to you, x1 and y1, x2, y2, and you have to find the equation of a circle drawn on the straight line joining these 2 points, right? So that equation will be x minus x1, bracket close, bracket open, x minus x2 plus y minus y1, y minus y2 is equal to 0. This is the general equation. If you have to find the equation of a circle, this is the equation of a circle if the straight line is given to you, which is the diameter as well of a circle. So if it is a diameter, you just have to substitute the points and you can find out the equation of a circle. Just remember this statement, right? You can use the slope form to find out this, right? Slope formula to find out the equation. You don't need to go into so much of details. You just can see, you can write down the slope form for AP and BP, and you can find out with slope of AP into BP is equal to -1, you can find out the equation. Next is intercepts on the axis. Intercept means where it is cutting the axis, y-axis and x-axis. So if you have to find out the lengths of the intercept, so you can see here the circle is cutting x-axis as well as the y-axis. So here it is cutting x-axis at 2 points, you can see, right? It is cutting x-axis at 2 points as well as y-axis at 2 points, right? Now if you have to find the length of the intercept, means how much distance is there between the two x-axis points or between the two y-axis points, so that you can find out with this formula, right? So what are the lengths of the intercepts? Lengths of the intercepts on x-axis is 2 under the root g square minus c whole, right? And on y-axis it is 2 under the root f square minus c whole, right? So these are the two lengths of the intercepts on x-axis and y-axis respectively. Now how you get this? If you have to find the length of the intercept on, suppose, x-axis, so obviously the points are on x-axis, that means your y will be 0, right? So if you put y is equal to 0 in the above equation of a circle, what you will get? X square plus 2gx plus c is equal to 0, right? And if you will find out, solve this equation, you have to find the roots of the equation. Either you use the quadratic formula or you can use the other roots formula, that is x1 plus x2. If two roots of the equation, then x1 plus x2 is equal to -2g and x1 into x2 is c. So your lengths of the intercept, these are x1 comma 0 and x2 comma 0, 2 points. So lengths of the intercept is modulus of x1 minus x2. So modulus of x1 minus x2 is under the root x1 plus x2 whole square minus 4x1 x2, right? So you substitute the values and you will get the answer 2 under the root whole g square minus c. And similarly for the y-axis, similarly you can do for y-axis. So intercept will be under the root 2 under the root f square minus c. So let's see the question. The question says a circle is given to you, equation of the circle is given to you, x square plus y square plus 4x minus 7y plus 12 is equal to 0. It cuts the intercept on y-axis, which is equal to what? Means you have to find the length of the intercept, right? So you know the formula, that is 2 under the root f square minus c. Simply put the formula, apply it, and you'll solve the answer. So if you see in the equation, you can see, if you compare it with the general form, you can see here that your f is -7/2 and your c is 12. So just have to substitute it in the formula and you'll get the answer 1. Or either you put x is equal to 0 because it is on the y-axis, so x is equal to 0 in this equation, and you solve the remaining equation for the value of y. You will get the similar value, 2 points, and you have to find the distance between the 2 points. Intercept is the distance between the 2 points with the distance formula, so you can use that concept as well. Or otherwise this formula concept is simple. The question number 2 says equation of the circle which passes through the point 1 0 0 minus 6 and 3 4 is equal to what? So if you have to find the equation of a circle, what you need to do, you need to substitute all the 3 points one by one in your general form of the equation, and you will get 3 equations in 3 variables, that is g, f and c, and you have to solve it for the values of g, f and c and just write your equation. So this is your homework, and just give me the answer in the comment section and let's see who comes with the answer. Question number 3 says, what is the distance between the center of the two circles? This x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to r square, and this is one circle, another circle is x square plus y square minus 8x plus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. So we have to find the distance between the centers of these two circles. So first we need to find the centers of these two circles. First equation is your standard form, in the standard form, and the second equation given to you is in the general form. This you know, right? Now from the first equation you can find the center. So center of the first circle is 1 comma 3, obviously hk, right? And the center from the second equation is minus g minus f, you know, minus g minus f. So if you see the value of g from here, g is minus 4, so it will become plus 4, and your f is 1, so it will become minus 1 because the center is minus g minus f, right? So center of the second circle is 4 comma minus 1. Now you have to find the distance between the two centers. So using distance formula, very simple, you have to find the distance under root 4 minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 minus 3 whole square. That will solve and you'll get 5 units, right? So we are going to solve many such problems. So keep watching, like, share, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.